Okay, today's lesson is kind of hard, so make sure that you're paying really close attention to this video. You guys are going to be working with algebraic expressions, but you're going to have to put parentheses into them. So in the past, when you guys have learned order of operations, you were taught that if it has parentheses, you're supposed to solve what's in the parentheses first. So you're going to have to read the algebraic expression and then figure out where the parentheses are supposed to go. Okay, so the first one says 7 more than the product of 3 and 2. And every year when I teach this, I tell kids that once you see the word of, that's your like dead giveaway that that's when the parentheses are supposed to come into play. So it says 7 more than, so they've got the addition. And then the product, so that's why you've got the multiplication. And then it says of 3 and 2. So once you see the word of, that's where your parentheses go. Now it reads that you're supposed to do the multiplication first and then add 7, which is what the algebraic expression was explaining. Let's try another one. 6 less than, so we've got subtraction, the quotient division of 15 and 5. So there's your keyword of. After it is 15 and 5. So that tells us that we're going to need to divide these two first. That's where parentheses go. And then subtract 6. Another one. This one asks us to write it 6 times. So we've got multiplication as large as 15 divided by 5. This one does not have the word of. So we're going to have to really think. But it says 6 times. So 6 times as large as 15 divided by 5. So basically, you just have to read it and decipher whether you're supposed to do 6 times 15 first or do 15 divided by 5 first. And if you read it again, it literally says you need to take 15 and divide it by 5. It doesn't ever say you need to do 6 times 15, which means our parentheses are going to go right here. I told you this stuff was tricky. 3 less than twice 6. So we've got subtraction, and then we've got timesing by 2. So let's do 6 times 2, and then it wants us to subtract 3. All right, so now we need to decide, is it asking us to do 2 minus 3 first, or is it asking us to do 6 times 2 first? And you can kind of already tell, why would it ask us to do 2 minus 3? Because then we get a negative number. So that's kind of a dead giveaway, because that's not where the parentheses go. So now it's going to say 2 times 6, which would give us 12, and then 12 minus 3. So your parentheses would go right there. All right, what I want for you guys to do is, I don't know if I have your assignment pulled up. It's right here. On this slide, you drag the parentheses to where they need to go. Each question has a set of parentheses off to the side. And then you have your exit ticket where you're going to draw lines. And then you will eventually have another assignment. I just don't have it up there yet. So just follow your agenda and don't be afraid to ask questions.